Australia reports on bulker's engine shutdown in busy port Hedland. This is from the Maritime Executive and it was published in October of 2025. The Australian Transportation Safety Bureau, or ATSB, has released its interim report on the incident involving the bulk carrier FMG Nicola 260,840 DWT while departing Port Hedland in Western Australia in February of this year. It details how the iron ore carrier nearly caused a major blockage of a busy shipping channel that provides access to the world's largest bulk export port and a quick response. The 323-meter or 1,073-foot Singapore flagged vessel lost propulsion after her engine shut down to what investigators have established was a faulty switch monitoring the main engine's lubricating oil pressure. The ship, fully laden with iron ore, was saved from grounding by tugs and the fast response of the pilot overseeing the onboard trip. The massive vessel, which was built in 2016 and operates for Australia's Fortescue Metals Group, could easily have blocked the busy channel that provides access to Port Hedland. It is the world's largest bulk export port by tonnage, handling over 500 million tons of cargo annually. While more than 95% of the volume is iron ore, the port also handles exports of salt, manganese, copper concentrates, lithium minerals, and livestock with more than 6,000 ship movements each year. Access to the port is through a 22-mile dredge channel that allows only one ship to pass at a time. For most laden ships, particularly Cape-sized ships such as this one, the use of the channel is restricted by tidal conditions. The incident, which happened on February the 7th, took place within a 10-mile section of the channel that is closest to the port. The area is prone to strong tidal currents. A disabled ship can strand on the receding tide as well as block the passage of other ships. Depending on departure times, separation between the ships, and the location of an incident, up to 3 additional ships could be committed to or within the channel and exposed to this hazard at any given time. Though the investigation is ongoing, ATSB's interim report provides the details of the incident involving the ship as well as an organized response. At 8:32 local time, the bulker completed loading over 237,000 tons of iron ore and was due to depart for China that afternoon. By 1:48, the ship's main engine and steering had been tested and the master pilot information exchange was completed in preparation for the departure. 4 tugs were secured to assist the ship through the port's single shipping channel. The ship departed at 2:12 and 30 minutes later, she was progressing along the channel as planned. At about 3:16, the main engine suddenly shut down while she was moving at a speed of 8.3 knots. The pilot quickly informed the tug masters that the ship had lost propulsion and directed them to help keep her in the channel. Luckily, the 2 tugs were still secured, and the third was nearby. The report highlights that the engine had shut down due to a faulty switch monitoring the main engine's lubricating oil pressure. Over the next 30 minutes, the ship neared the western and then the eastern sides of the channel before traveling along the channel's eastern edge as it slowed gradually. The efforts by the 4 tugs prevented the ship from grounding, something that would have resulted in blocking the channel. The ship's engineers identified the problem and determined that the engine had stopped due to the faulty operation of a pressure switch. After confirming all engine systems were operating normally, the engine trip lockout system was reset, and at 3:23, the engine was restarted at dead slow ahead. After about 35 minutes after the shutdown, the ship had been moved away from the channel side, and her main engine speed had progressively been increased to full ahead, enabling the ship to continue her voyage to China. No damage or injuries occurred during the incident. The ATSB will publish its final report, detailing the analysis and findings on the conclusion of the investigation. One little switch nearly caused a major problem. Luckily, everybody on board knew their job and did it well. They managed to keep the ship in the channel. The tugs got her to safety, and everything worked out in the end, and they could finish their voyage. But a tiny little switch, compared to the size of that engine, shut that big engine down. One faulty little switch. Unbelievable. but that's how things work sometimes. Luckily, they weren't dealing with any bad weather, and the tugs were still attached. Alright guys, there it is. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new here and you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one.